Everything in the universe rapidly erupted from a small, hot, dense state roughly 13.7 billion years ago. And no one's ever found any data to contradict the Big Bang.
All of the matter in the universe was condensed into an infinitely dense hot point of dust. Okay? So, how long, let me ask you this, how long would it take a piece of dust to explode and then morph into a large rock as big as a boulder? Is that physically possible? Is it physically possible for a tiny piece of dust, think of how huge of a lie this is, a tiny piece of dust to explode and
R.N. Raw. I got a paradox for you that's going to blow your freaking mind. Now you say the universe is eternal, has always been here for ever and ever and ever and ever, eternity past, and will always be here. So there is no way in hell God could have created this universe or been alive before this universe, since this universe has always been here. Y'all people, stupid people, piss me off. I can think of a way. God was here before this universe, yet this universe has always been here. There was never a time when the universe was not here. Or was there? Both A and B! And I'm about to show you. I'm about to enlighten your fucking minds. How come y'all never thought of this? How come I'm the only person who thinks of these things? How come y'all not this? How come y'all are so stupid? I think I'll ask AI and see if AI knows the answer like I do. But I digress. Okay. In the beginning, there was nothing but God. But God is eternal. There's no time with God. Everything in the past, infinity, to everything in the future, infinity, is happening this moment. Everything that God ever did, is doing, and will do, God's doing right now. God's doing it all. And before, on a timeline schedule, before this universe, which is eternal, has always been here, was here, there's nothing but God. But since God is eternal, since God's consciousness is to eternity past, to eternity future, God spoke and boom! All of a sudden this universe was as old was where God is. And remember, God is in infinity past to infinity future. And God was here one moment. That's according to our perspective. And boom, all of a sudden, this universe was here. He spoke and the universe was here and eternal, having always existed and always will exist. So what you got to say about that? And you can't beat that with a bat. Or here's another thing. Here's another way to look at it. This universe will be eternal. This time is not only flowing forward to eternity future, but time is flowing backwards to eternity past. In other words, the universe exploded and it's expanding not only in the three dimensions of length, width, and depth, but also expanding in the directions of the past and the future. And in God's mind is already there. Everything the universe is going to be or ever was is in God's mind right there. But the universe, you try to go back to the beginning of the universe and you find the beginning, and you decide to say this is where the universe began. But then they do some more studying and they find out, no, this is where the universe began. Where did it begin? In both places. You see, when time goes backwards, when the universe is expanding backwards in time, the first cause is also going back in time. 0 being first cause. The first cause. So, if you go back to this point in the universe, this timeline, at point 0, you see this explosion causes the universe. But then you go back in time a little bit further, and you see that something caused the explosion. And then you go back in time further, and you see that something caused that something that something that caused the explosion, something caused that. Yes.
Are you online?
Yes.
You can push. You wanna? Well, you can go out there later. You know how to get the message, huh?
No. Tell me how to do it. I'll do it right here.
You push this one right here.
Will you push it for me and hand me the phone?
You have 3 old messages. Saturday 12:31. Saturday 2. Sunday 3:17 p.m.
Hey, Claiborne's and Wildman's and just multiple days. Big day, David Taylor. I was just calling to see how Chris is doing. I hope y'all are all staying cool and having a good start to your summer. Just give me a call back whenever you get this Wildman. All right.
One of my fans on YouTube. I don't go live anymore because I'm sick and tired of not having a super chat. I'm sick and tired of my channels not growing. But I digress. So, do you understand it now? RN, Raw. That's why I start calling you RN. Sounds close to RN. And once I start calling you RN, I'll never forget it and call you Aaron again. So RN Raw. So is what I said feasible? God was here before the universe. God spoke, and all of a sudden the universe has always been and always will be, because the universe is only filling in the spaces where God is, was, and will be, which is the eternal now. So God is able to create something that's old as He is, and yet still be older than what He created. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah. God damn y'all, God damn y'all people are so stupid.